Welcome back to Definitely Not Definitive. I'm Ken.
And I'm Bethany.
And we're just a giddy couple in love that loves reacting to some Genshin Impact.
We're giddy for Genshin.
Yeah, and we're giddy extra today because it's February and dry January is over.
Yeah,
so that's nice.
it's about time.
Yeah, it's Chapter 1, Act 3 for Genshin Impact. We're doing a Genshin Impact cutscene journey. So this is all cutscenes for that. We're doing it like in 3 separate parts for this act. So we also have a Genshin Impact drink, in case you didn't know.
Yeah, so we're so excited. Dry January is over. So this is Klee's Sparkling Bomb, and it has a pop rock rim, which is awesome.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Look up there! That's the Jade Chamber! This is bad. Paimon's supposed to be your guide, but Paimon doesn't know where the way up to the Jade Chamber is.
Well, that is a problem.
Yeah. You're realizing that now.
Well, since we want to go to the Jade Chamber, heading to its location on the map is the sensible thing to do.
Yes. Yes, it
Look
is.
around. There has to be a way up
Nothing
there
gets past
nearby. Hey, look! There's some sort of mechanism. Since this is the right place, it must have something to do with the Jade. Yes, this must be the way.
Quit cutting Paimon off.
Yeah, exactly.
Clearly this player doesn't like Paimon. What's wrong?
Web wings.
Like in Spidey.
Yeah.
It only takes us up to here. Aw, if that wind current was stronger, we'd be able to reach the top in one go. Huh? Why?
The way up shouldn't be a secret, or...
Or... Oh, Paimon gets it! If it was a secret, Ganyu wouldn't have let us try to find it ourselves, right? Alright, let's follow your plan. Then we can... Oh, hang on a moment. Look down there. Looks like we've gotten close to the Guizhong Ballista. Paimon has a new idea. Why don't we shoot you up to the Jade Chamber using the ballista?
Do you really hate me that much?
No. Paimon may have just forgotten to think about the safety measures.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, that's right. Now that you mention it, we could use the Guizhong Ballista to see if there's another way up nearby.
Ride the lightning.
Halt! Who trespasses on these hallowed grounds?
Just passing through. Hallowed what now? Seems wild.
Exactly. What are you talking about? We're invited guests. What makes you think you can treat us like this?
Uh-oh. Paimon's getting feisty.
Wait, maybe this was Ningguang's plan all along. She pretended to invite us to the Jade Chamber, but set up a Millilith ambush here to arrest us.
You haven't explained the invitation to me yet?
Now Paimon's mad. Oh, over there. This is a trick, isn't it? How shameless.
What? We're just on guard duty. What do you mean, shameless?
Yeah. You're just doing their job.
Nonsense! Seize these suspicious intruders at
Ooh,
once!
Paimon, you're not helping.
Well,
Yeah.
Here they come. Line them up and knock them down.
Oh, damn! Paimon's bloodthirsty.
Yeah.
A touch of frost. But how? Very clean.
They're just doing their job.
Stop! What's all this about?
Lady Coaching, these two strange people suddenly appeared. They seem to have designs on the Guizhong Ballista.
Who are you calling strange?
You want to go to the Jade Chamber? Who are you?
We're invited guests here to look for the Lila Qixing. Who are you?
Well, as it happens, I am one of the Liyue Qixing.
Okay, then.
Oh,
I'm Kuching, the Yuheng of the Qixing.
Ching.
I know of you, traveler. You're Ningguang's guests, yes? Didn't expect to meet you here in the mountains.
wow. Paimon didn't think we'd meet some super rich big shot out here in the middle of nowhere either.
The Guizhong Ballista in Tianheng Pass has long been in disrepair, and yet it was fixed in a single night. I came here to investigate that occurrence. These Millilith are just here to guard the scene, not to arrest anyone.
So this was all a misunderstanding? Paimon never would have thought.
Thinking is that hard Paimon.
For a mortal to be able to repair an Adepti mechanism is quite the mystery, even to the Qixing.
That was...
Shh, Paimon, don't complicate the matter.
Huh? Oh, right. So, Lady Yuhang, might you have any idea why Lady Tianquan invited us to go to the Jade Chamber?
To assassinate us.
Just call me Kuching. I'd say that Ningguang's purpose is to request that the savior of Mondstadt take a more neutral stance. Or at least, to not wholly side with the Adepti.
We're not taking sides. We spoke with the Adepti. They want to protect Liyue as well.
When you say protect, you're referring to their sanctimonious arrogance, aren't you?
Huh?
You are mortals and thus under their protection. There was no way they would have regarded you as someone with the ability to assassinate a god. Naturally, they would also regard Ningguang's locking down the area, questioning the citizenry, and pursuit of the assassin to be pointless work. Perhaps they even wonder if there might be a cover-up.
I think that's exactly what they're
I'll
thinking.
say it like it is. They're underestimating us.
Okay.
She speaks her mind.
Yeah.
Well, you've got a point there.
The one time they let it go on forever.
Still, this is the first time Paimon's seen a person from Liyue who doesn't respect the gods or the Adepti.
Should I respect the shallow sense of time and condescension to mortals that has caused them to delay in moving against us, Qixing?
Okay.
I mean, you know,
Forget it.
let
I
your
shouldn't
opinion be
speak
known.
of them this way. This skepticism is mine alone, and Ningguang does not share it.
But it's nice to have counsel that's, you know, different from her own opinion.
Either way, I will admit that the actions of the Adepti this time were quite restrained. Rex Lapis's death is indeed an extraordinary circumstance. But to think that they would call for a council of Adepti rather than come down here directly. How surprisingly civilized of them.
Any chance you could talk it out with them? Diplomacy.
Well, for Ningguang, she would talk anything and everything out if she could. But I doubt we can do that here.
Yeah, of course. You don't like the Adepti, we
The
get it.
time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for Liyue?
Another super bold statement.
I'll stop here. Honestly, I hadn't intended to say so much. But you're a good listener, Traveler. You should both be off to the Jade Chamber. Don't be late now. Ningguang's schedule is packed to the gills all the way till next year. The cream of Liyue's mercantile crop all see ascending to the Jade Chamber as the greatest honor. Each brings rich gifts as they visit, all to curry a little favor with Ningguang.
Favor?
Paimon, that's not the point. Or Paimon gets serious. It went from like speed through all the dialogue to now taking forever with all the dialogue.
Yep.
I guess I'd rather have that. So we can read it all.
Wait, that's right. Greeting gifts are a staple of Liyue's culture. We need to get one. Not to curry favor or anything.
Sure.
Just to respect Liyue's culture.
Ah, so eager.
All right. You can decide on your greeting gift yourselves. Let me tell you how to get to the Jade Chamber first. You didn't actually have to come to Mount Tianheng.
Oh,
Go back
great.
to Liyue Harbor. Find a guide at the Yuehai Pavilion.
Good thing when you get shot out of a
and-
cannon.
Yeah.
Well then, may we meet again, Traveler.
Well, that Yuheng may not respect the gods, but Paimon thinks she's a pretty cool person.
She made a good impression on me too.
So, what should we give to Ningguang when we see her? Oh, right! Paimon dreamed of an amazing snack last night. Sugar-frosted slime!
You haven't told the slime part.
Paimon has a feeling that it would be perfect for a super rich person like Ningguang.
Slime?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Yeah.
Why would that be a perfect
Why
gift?
don't we go with that for a gift?
So you have a recipe? And how do we make this thing you dreamed up?
With a certain boom shakalaka, of course.
Yeah.
Aww.
She said that.
Ingredients.
Oh, she did the butt wiggle.
Time waits for no one, and neither will our riches.
The little boom shakalaka.
Huh? Is it just Paimon? Or is there a sweet fragrance in the air? Huh? Did you hear that?
Sounded like someone calling for help.
Seemed like it came from those ruins over there.
Person in a cage.
Uh-oh. It looks like the treasure hoarders have locked someone inside.
That's unfortunate.
Trying to kick some ass.
Thank you for your help, kind travelers. If you hadn't come to my aid, I surely would have rotted in this cell. Those treasure hoarders, when their mood was good, they'd rearrange those pots of sweet flowers. When they were in a bad mood, they'd rearrange my face.
Oh,
Yeah.
Aw, it was nothing. No need to thank us all at once or anything.
Give us a gift.
I understand. Don't worry. I will compensate you both. Don't say that. I only escaped this predicament because of you. I'm Meng Dan, a supplier for Mingxing Jewelry in Liyue Harbor. I often walk around these mountains in search of antiques. I never expected that those treasure hoarders would have their eyes on the same ruins that I had. Before I knew it, they'd caught and imprisoned me.
Well, if it's worth something, why wouldn't
Is there
treasure
anything
hunters be
that you
after it?
lack? Antiques, treasure, various knickknacks, you name it. Well, as long as you want what I have to offer, of course.
Your goodwill is good enough for me.
Wait a moment. Actually, we are looking for something.
Oh? And what might that be?
A gift
Do
good
you
enough
have
for.
a box that can store presents? We'd like a pretty one. The kind that you can use to store snacks.
Of
Paimon.
course we do. How can one sell antiques without gift boxes? At Mingxing Jewelry, we have the best gift wrapping service in the 7 nations.
Wow,
Just
okay.
give me a moment, and I'll let the boss know. You can go see her whenever you require that box.
Great.
Don't be super impressed. That's like saying, like, you know,
Sugar
world's best
frosted
coffee
slime
or.
comes in a beautiful package.
Sugar frosted slime in a beautiful package.
Hey there.
Okay.
A guy called Meng Dan told us that we could get a nice and shiny box from your store.
And it was on the house.
Meng already told me about it. Thank you both for saving him. Many of the best goods in our store were found by Uncle Meng. If anything were to happen to him, it would be impossible for us to continue doing business. Here, this container is itself an antique, with at least 140 years of history.
Damn.
Wow.
It's already...
Yep. It's great. Hang on
She's
a
so
moment.
excited.
Could we borrow one other thing?
Sure, please help yourselves, as long as it's on our shelves.
Traveler, this clay pot looks really awesome. If we use an antique as our mixing bowl, we should be able to make a great snack.
You want to take that beautiful face?
Yes!
The one and only sugar-frosted slime. Carefully now.
Gross.
Into the box it goes and dust it over with a bit more powdered sugar.
Oh yes, you might want to use these 2 freshly picked flowers as decorations too.
Woohoo! It
Sugar
looks
frosted slime.
beautiful.
I'm still not sold on this gift idea.
Now that we've put all that we've got into this box, let's go to the Jade Chamber to see Ningguang. According to Kuching, this is what we should say. Excuse me, do you sell the moon here?
What? Okay, the secret.
Yes. How many would you like?
It's not convenient to speak of numbers here.
Ah, well said. Please, use this to ascend to the chamber. Yes, speaking of which, Are you two the guests that Lady Ningguang has arranged to meet with today?
No, we're just two random people that happen to know the password, dude.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
And
how many
yet
other
the code
guests
they
do you have
used
coming
was
Yeah.
not
around?
the one for guests, but for the Yuang.
Ah,
What's going on here?
okay. That's why he asked the question. Let's say it. All right. Makes more
fair.
sense now. Yeah. I shouldn't have chided him.
I've
Swear to
been
God,
waiting
walking
for
up, she
you,
looked like Cinder for a
returning
second.
From
Ha.
Julian Karst.
It's Ningguang. Since this is our first meeting, we've prepared a gift.
And she's super excited about it. So you better like it.
Oh, for me. You have my thanks. It seems that I have made things difficult for you, considering that you were supposed to be my guests.
Oh no, it's nothing.
Nice place, this Jade Chamber.
I'm glad you like it too. This
At first I thought her
palace
outfit was
floats
only
in the
covering one of her
skies,
breasts.
Higher than the peak of any mountain. From this vantage point, one may survey all of Liyue. I have been gathering the funds necessary to build it from the time I began learning the merchant's craft.
Beautiful spot.
Mm-hmm.
Since becoming the Tianquan, I have spared no effort in hiring the best craftsmen to constantly extend it. At first, it was but the size of one room. Now, it is large enough to blot out the moon in the skies above Liyue.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
One day, I believe it will overshadow all 7 nations.
Yeah,
Not
that's
many
maybe
from
a
outside
little too
Liyue
ambitious.
earn the right to ascend to the Jade Chamber. But I have been in correspondence with the acting Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius, who spoke highly of you.
Hey, Jean. Yeah, she loves us.
As such, I have been putting eyes and ears out ever since you reached Liyue.
What?
And I finally got wind of your movements when you were on the way to Wangshu Inn.
Wait, was Vert Goldet one of your people?
Yes, they're all my people.
Just Vergoldet? No. Everyone at Wangshu Inn is one of ours.
Yep, there you go. Did she just swear?
At the Guizhang Ballista, yes?
You weren't peeking on us from the skies the whole time, were you?
No, sometimes I slept.
I fear that peeking would have been a little difficult from this altitude. Our eyes and ears are more than sufficient. You two are very interesting people, after all. It would be natural to take an interest.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I wouldn't expect you to trust us, considering that you have had far more interactions with the Adepti. The reason I invited you here was to clear up some misunderstandings.
Okay, why were you hunting us from the beginning?
Good question.
Yeah. It's Ningguang.
I believe that you've heard of the Archon War.
Playing
Many
broader
gods
strokes.
used to walk this earth, and many long wars were fought between them that did not abate until 2,000 years ago. Much blood was shed, and many lives were lost. In the end, only 7 victors remained standing in Tevat. They built cities and nations on the corpses of the vanquished, and thus began the era of the 7.
So how many gods was
You
it
can
originally?
see Goyun Stone Forest from here,
That's a
I
good question.
trust. It is no natural rock formation. Those are giant spears of rock hurled by Rex Lapis during the war. Beneath the spears lie those cast down by Rex Lapis in those days, gods that failed to seize the title of Archon. Not only is it true that gods may die, but so too has the membership of the 7 changed over the last 2 millennia. Rex Lapis's passing is an unimaginable disaster for Liyue, but the Order of the 7 will not collapse simply because of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Another Lord of Geo will arise sooner or later.
Nice.
Yet, how are we to forget Rex Lapis? When that time comes, the relationship between the people of Liyue and the gods and Adepti will surely be different from before. Even in a new era, the Liyue Qixing remain Rex Lapis's former subjects, Do you really think us capable of having played a part in his demise? Of lacking the foresight to see the certain repercussions?
Why hide the Exuvia then?
That day at Yujing Terrace, it was also very sudden. Even I was caught completely off guard. You were there. You, no doubt, saw. But our enemy has long lain hidden within the harbor. If we do not act against them now, they will surely gain the upper hand. Hiding the Exuvia was a necessary maneuver to take the initiative back, to play the spider while our foes scurry about.
Who's this enemy you're talking about?
Exactly.
What do you think, traveler?
Is it him? It's him, isn't it?
Huh? What are you two talking about?
Well
Her brother?
answered.
Huh?
The scenery out here is fine indeed, but the wind is a little strong. Our preparations to receive guests within are complete. So please, this way.
Wowee! What a huge hall! Paimon's never seen such a fancy place before.
Be at ease, you two. Make yourselves at home if you wish.
Can we really?
I have invited
Yay,
you
happy
two
dance.
here as friends. And when friends come over to play, our enjoyment comes first. Naturally.
Ooh! Isn't this that legendary wall?
Why, you've kept your ear to the ground, I see.
Always.
That's because even the storytellers are talking about it. Everyone's after a piece of paper from that wall. It's super famous.
That's because that wall records Leo's secrets. Merchants have always been attracted to secrets.
Because there's money in it.
But the secrets of the mercantile world are of no interest to you, are they, traveler? You're rather special, really, and I think you're quite aware of that.
Oh, shucks. Thanks for noticing.
If possible, I'd like to have your trust.
It's earned. You can't ask for it.
But if you were to choose the more trustworthy person between myself and Kuching, you'd pick Kuching? Nah, I had a feeling. I originally
She's very
thought her
honest
a
with
bit
her
too
thoughts.
Hard-headed. With someone of her character on the Qixing, I've had some extra messes to clean up behind the scenes.
Yeah.
But
Could
after
see that.
she said those words, the time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is there?
Oh, she even
for
had a spy
Liyue?
on our conversation?
Well, I must say that quite a few of my doubts have been dispelled. I won't deny that Rex Lapis's passing seems advantageous to us. But for Liyue's sake, we cannot allow ourselves to be shackled by rumors of our usurpation of power.
Fatui has a hand in these rumors.
Indeed. It seems that you understood what I meant to say from the very beginning. I called for the gag order and for the Exuvia to be hidden to temporarily stabilize the situation, and also to prevent something similar to the incident in Mondstadt. With Rex Lapis's death, the Fatui have busied themselves with many clandestine actions beyond their diplomatic remit. As the Tianquan, one responsible for Liyue, I cannot be too concerned with appearances when opposing them. Allowing the rite of parting to take place was also meant to buy some time for us to take control of Liyue's administration.
It's exactly as Zhongli said. The Qixing only provided the venue for their rite so they could use us for their own ends. Wait, that's right. Speaking of ends, could I say one other thing?
You said could I instead of could Paimon.
Paimon's heard that anyone who sends a greeting gift gets a little something in return.
Happy dance.
Include us?
Seriously, Paimon. Seriously?
It's all right. I like direct people.
That's right, like Kaching.
Well, we have made quite a bit of trouble for you recently. How about this? You can pick any one object here as you please, and you may take it with you.
Wow.
Yeah. Want your hairpin?
Yay! Paimon was just waiting Let's see, what should we get?
Oh my god, Paimon.
One of the sheets on that wall. Don't look at Paimon like that. One of these sheets of paper will sell for crazy prices, even if it's only as large as Paimon's fingernail.
She's so greedy.
Just imagine how much more a whole untorn sheet would sell for.
Oh my god. Yeah, but you're selling secrets.
Well, that was an easy search. The biggest sheet is right up there in the most obvious spot. Let's go with that one. La 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 la. Let's see what's written on it.
Oh goodness, Paimon.
There's a place marked with a circle on here. Oh, could it be treasure? Whatever it is, it better make us filthy rich. Let's see what's written over here.
I feel like this was all set up.
Of permission, something, Fatui, research, copy. Huh? Aw, that doesn't sound like treasure at all. This piece of paper shows that a Qixing spy discovered traces of classified Fatui research on the Sigil of Permission. Oh, Ningguang did say that the Fatui have been up to all kinds of mischief in the shadows of Liyue. Spreading rumors, wanting to get their hands on the Archon's body and whatnot. But research on the Sigil of Permission? Paimon wonders what they're up to. Speaking of which, there's also some connection between you and the Sigil of Permission. Seems there's still more for us to find out.
It's all unfolding a little too perfectly. Exactly.
Oh, you really think so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was all set up for us to see, and
Should we not go then? Oh, so you're saying that it's precisely because we can't completely trust Ningguang that we should confirm the truth of what she says for ourselves.
Yeah.
exactly.
You should do that even when you do think you can trust someone.
That's way out of Paimon's league. Paimon thinks she's been nothing but good to us.
Of course
she's
you do.
bought you.
Yeah.
We'll see if you're onto something.
Because you're easy to buy off, Paimon.
Before we look for Zhongli at Dihua Marsh, let's go to the place marked out on these papers and see if the Fatui really are up to no good there. There are so many talismans here. And since Paimon's seen this pattern before, but where? Oh, Paimon knows! It looks just like the Sigil of Permission the child gave you. But how did a relic of the Adepti end up in the hands of someone like Child? Suspicious. Oh, that's right. Cloud Retainer said that when the Lord of Geo created the Sigil of Permission, it wasn't to be used as some old relic. Talismans like that were once used in the Archon War to channel divine powers. Maybe the Fatui are copying the Sigil of Permission in hopes of achieving a similar effect. Being able to channel divine power in battle? Whew, that sounds pretty dangerous.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the plot thickens. We need to keep an eye on Child, that's for sure.
Yeah, never should have trusted that dude. Too smooth.
Alright, that's enough sticking around here. We gotta go meet up with Zhongli soon. The last stop on our rite of parting preparations tour is Dihua Marsh. Let's go! Paimon hates being late.
All right, so what'd you think?
Paimon's a riot. She is very money driven and food driven.
Yes.
And if you provide her with a feast and a present, then you have her loyalty and trust. So I do like that our character is a bit more naturally suspicious. I mean, I said it during it, but trust but verify.
Yeah.
Like that's good practice anyway. Like, they don't know this person. Sure, you can want to trust them, but verify what they're saying just so that you can. And so I do appreciate that at least our character has that intellect. But Paimon is very enjoyable. She is blunt to the point of rudeness at times, and yet she's so stinking cute. She gets away with it. So, like, I'm not sorry about it. It makes for some fun dynamics in these scenes.
Yeah, so far the only person that we met in Liyue that I trust that doesn't seem to have like ulterior motives is Zhongli. Other than that, like, I mean, Child's kind of like sending us on things that, you know, helps the Fatui. And the Adepti, the same thing. I think they have their own interests. And then clearly, you know, we were set up to go and investigate the Fatui there. It's like, oh yeah, here's a big red circle. I wonder what that means. Yeah, why would somebody circle that and like leave it out in the open so much for us? It's just kind of like, I guess, our character, whatever, the Traveler's reputation as the savior of Mondstadt or whatever, I can't remember the exact phrasing that they have for her. I know we're an honorary knight of the Favonius, and I guess that reputation's like, okay, well, this person's capable. I'm going to try to use them to further our own goal. And then we're just kind of have been a pawn this entire time for a bunch of different people. And so it'll be interesting to see who we align with towards the end.
Yeah, very curious who the him is. That was very cryptic. And, you know, you brought up, is that the Traveler's brother?
Yeah.
Because, like, wow, has that storyline seemed to just dropped to the wayside. Like, that kind of was our purpose, it had seemed in the beginning. And then it was just sort of like, oh, but now we have Paimon and let's go on side quests. So I do wonder, is him referring to the brother that was taken? Is him referring to the entity that took the brother? Is it someone else entirely? So, yeah, they did give us a little mystery in this episode.
Yeah. I wasn't sure. Like, I'm like, oh, God, are we supposed to have remembered who him was this entire time? So I definitely forgot if we were. You've already shouted out Paimon a bunch, but I have to say that, like, yeah, I mean, this episode even more so solidified my love for Paimon, although I don't think the person playing loves Paimon so much because he cuts her off a lot.
You know, I think Paimon's adorable. I love her butt wiggles. But I could see if her voice is at a pitch that is grating to some, which would make them skip over.
Yeah.
I don't find it that way, but she does have a high-pitched voice that can, like, I could see where somebody may not enjoy that sound constantly. Yeah.
The other character that we were introduced here, Kaching, that's not the exact way to say it, but that's just how I like it. Kaching. I like her because she just tells it like it is. And so, like, that's another character that I trust. Not necessarily, like, I think that she's probably not told the whole story because she's so blunt and so honest.
Yeah.
That if she were to know, like, any sort of plots or whatever, or schemes, then she would, I don't know, maybe, like, reveal those, like, to people. I don't think she's good at keeping secrets because, again, like I said, I think she's, like, pretty much a straight shooter. So she's aligned herself with someone that, like, is gonna pursue the same goals as her, but I don't think she's really underhanded or anything like that. So, I mean, she calls it like she sees it.
Yeah. I'm not sure about her ability to keep secrets or not, but I do think she speaks her mind, and that kind of tells me she doesn't have an agenda.
Yeah, okay.
She's not playing a political game here with the other characters or trying to appease people. She says what's on her mind, and if you don't like it, too bad for you.
Yep.
You know, she has some issues with the Adepti. Adepti. Yeah, Adepti. And she's not afraid to say it, and she doesn't care if they're gods who are worshipped, and she doesn't care if you worship them. She's still going to tell you she's got issues with them.
Yeah.
And I respect that.
Let us know what you thought about this down below in the comments. And if you want early ad-free access to our Genshin Impact reaction, check out the description of this video for a link to Patreon.
Yep.
Thanks so much for checking out our reaction for Genshin Impact. This is part 9 of our journey, but just keep in mind
that our reaction is definitely not definitive.